Residents here at Bradford Estates say they now have 60 days to pack up their lives, find a new place to live, and move. I'm Bronte Sorotsky with how this is impacting them and details as to why this is happening.
Plus, what's behind a Missouri Senate bill that opponents have dubbed the Make Murder Legal Act?
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Residents of a mobile home park in the Weir, Kansas area say they're being forced out. This is KOAM News at 6. Bradford Estates is home to a community of people living in about 14 mobile homes or RVs. It's just south of the site of the future FedEx distribution facility. Now the residents have 60 days to move and find a new home as the new owners take over the property. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky spoke with residents and has more on how they're affected.
So yeah, that's hard not to just...
Bradford Estates residents like Larry Benson say they've been at a loss for words after receiving a letter from Scannell Properties telling them they have 60 days left at their homes.
No prior notice, no information whatsoever was ever passed on to us that they were selling the court. Not only selling the court, but dismantling the court.
Residents here say they received a notice saying they have from now until April 1st to pack up everything they own, find a new place to live, and leave. KOAM reached out to the Bradford Estates by phone and were unable to reach anyone.
This is a text-only line for SLD Property Management. See PittsburghRents.com for our current openings.
According to SLD Property Management, the developer of FedEx, Scannell Properties purchased the Bradford Estates. The sale ended at the end of January. We reached out to Scannell Properties for more information, who wrote back, "Thanks for your inquiry. Scannell Properties is not authorized to comment." Now, these residents are scrambling to not only find a new home, but one they can afford.
There's not that many home movers in the area, and we got 14 families that need moved and 14 homes that need moved. The temporary camping people, some of them been here for years, as long as we have, and or longer. These people down here, they've been there for 25 years in this court.
Other residents say their community is disappearing.
Well, all of us here are, we're just a tight community. We stay to ourselves. We don't bother anybody outside our gate. We're just a normal community. We kind of stick to ourselves, but if a person's got a flat tire, or we come out and help whenever we can. It's just a small community.
In Weir, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
Residents say they were promised $5,000 for the move. $1,000 is being mailed to their current property. $4,000 more is promised once it's confirmed that they vacated the property. Doug Hetty, another nice day out there.
Yeah, it turned out to be a great Tuesday for us today. Temperatures fantastic, lower 60s during the afternoon. A few little clouds kind of skirting through over the past couple hours. We have a weak little cold front that is sliding through. It doesn't have a lot of cold air, so it's not a huge deal. But we're just going to get some clouds from it. Besides that, not a whole bunch going on. We're sitting mainly into the mid-50s right now. It has been windy today. We had the strong southerly winds, and then you can see our cold front slides in over the past couple hours. So it's just passing through Pittsburgh and about ready to pass through the metro. And again, on the backside, it's a little bit breezy. So it's going to stay breezy as we go through tonight and then into tomorrow. All right, we're going to drop back through the 50s, 40s, 30s, near 30 for an overnight low tonight. But temps still look pretty good over the next few days. I'll break that down for you here in just a bit.
See you then. You're going to want to be extra cautious driving in the area of 32nd Street and Schifferdecker Avenue in Joplin tomorrow morning. A utility truck will be parked there as crews make adjustments to the traffic light. The intersection will remain open with traffic control devices and the lights will be in flash mode. Local man is back on his feet after a special heart procedure. Comer Parks says he began noticing that he didn't have the energy to walk more than about 25 yards without resting years after a bypass surgery. A doctor at Freeman recommended a transcatheter aortic valve replacement. The procedure is done through a vein in the thigh while the heart remains pumping to eliminate the need for a heart-lung machine. After receiving the procedure, Parks says he's returning to some normal activities.
I can go now until I just can't. I'll get on a treadmill or start walking, and I just go until I get tired. And that's a lot longer than 25 yards.
Freeman says patients will need an average of 2 days in the hospital to recover. A bill before the Missouri State Senate has drawn some harsh criticism from some officials. They claim the proposal would make it difficult to prosecute some murder cases. Nathan Vickers reports.
We get a few of them in from time to time.
For Don Pind, owning a gun carries a responsibility.
That's the first thing you need to figure out, because if they have a gun, a lot of people believe that that gun will protect them no matter what, and it won't.
Pind is a gunsmith and instructor at Corey's Northland Gun. Part of his training includes knowing when to pull the trigger in self-defense.
You have to have in your mind the feeling that your life or someone else's life is in grave danger of great bodily harm and or the threat of death.
Missouri has stand your ground laws that protect people who act in self-defense. Right now, that burden of proof would be on a defendant.
You've got to be able to prove that after the fact, and that can be a little hard to do.
Missouri Senate Bill 666 would shift that burden, requiring a presumption of reasonableness that the defendant believed such force was necessary. It would also make someone who acted in self-defense immune from criminal prosecution and civil action.
Senate Bill 666 ought to be titled the Make Murder Legal Act, because in far too many crimes, that's exactly what it would be due.
Eric Zond is the Platte County prosecuting attorney. He and other prosecutors are concerned that this bill would make many killings difficult to take to trial.
In many situations, the only people in the room when somebody is murdered are the murderer and the murder victim. And so it will be impossible in many of those cases for the state to disprove the possibility of self-defense.
Pind has mixed feelings about what it could mean for gun owners.
There's good and bad parts in it. It'd be nice to know that if you utilize a firearm and your life was in danger, you're not going to go through a legal battle, but I don't know that it's got much chance.
For him, it comes back to responsibility.
Get some instruction. Go someplace and find somebody that can teach you how to use this.
Again, that was Nathan Vickers reporting. Still ahead, a Tulsa protest turns violent and an officer is injured. We'll have details. And Missouri Southern looks to sweep Winona State in the Lions' home series opener. Tulsa police officer is recovering after he was injured at a protest. Lily Cummings has that story.
Before police arrived, things were peaceful.
The police are showing up at a peaceful, nonviolent protest.
Police say that's because vehicles were illegally parked. An officer asked them to move and things got heated.
But what we understand is they told the officer that he doesn't have jurisdiction. So they asked him if he was a light horse police officer, and he said, no, I'm a Tulsa police officer.
Police say that's when a half dozen or so demonstrators followed the officer to his car. This video shared with us by one of the demonstrators shows the tense interaction.
Hey, you touch me, I'll take it out.
Police say the officer put his hand out to get distance between the demonstrators and himself, but they slapped his hand down twice. Shortly after, the demonstrators started punching the officer and he falls on his back.
Another officer shows up on the scene immediately, gets there, sees the officer on the ground, surrounded by some people, and just pepper sprays.
And that cop that started it, after the other guy that he attacked was handcuffed, he wanted to fight him some more, and other cops had to restrain him.
He said one-on-one. He wants to fight one-on-one. This is the problem with policing today. That's why I suggest everybody pick up a camera and film the cops.
We have policies and procedures that dictate kind of how you should act professionally. So I couldn't tell you what he was saying at the time. If someone wants to file a complaint on that, they're more than welcome to.
The chaos losing sight of the reason for being there in the first place, protesting for a Native man, Leonard Peltier, thousands of miles away in jail for something this group says he did not do.
He has COVID. He's an elder. He is innocent, and he deserves to be set free.
Police arrested 2 people on the scene, but said that more arrests could be to come once they review more video. Later, more local athletes commit to continue their careers in college. Jacob Leonard has where they're headed in sports.
Plus, cold front has rolled through over the past couple hours, so we're going to look at the next few days coming up. it definitely turned out to be a nice Tuesday for us today. We had plenty of sunshine. Temperatures fantastic, lower 60s during the afternoon, which, hey, we'll definitely take as we are still in the first third of February. Temperatures still outside right now. We're really not bad. Most of us low to mid 50s to near 60 in our southern counties. A little windy for us today. We had those nice strong southerly winds. A weak little cold front has slipped through, and we still have kind of breezy northerly winds behind it. But you can see this wind shift line really from Nevada to Joplin all the way back down toward Tulsa. This is a weak front. It's not a big deal, but it will drop our temperatures back down as we go through the overnight hours. Here's something new too. It's not pitch dark at 6:15. So these evening daylight hours starting to stretch out. In fact, we've gained about an hour of the evening daylight over the past almost 2 months. 55, southerly winds at about 10. Humidity is bone dry. It's at 38%. Through the evening hours, we slide back through the 50s, 40s, 30s. Kind of cold tonight. We dip back to about 30, 31 degrees. Could be worse. We are seeing a few clouds kind of sneaking through with this weak little front. So partly cloudy skies over the next few hours, and then we'll clear out, but any energy is staying up across the Great Lakes. Let's go back toward the west. We have these weak little waves that will continue to drop in. A little stronger one late this week, but you can see the jet stream out of Canada drops in. So no big systems, and we get these weaker waves which push in, and that's what we're going to see over the next few days. All right, let's go into tonight. We'll clear out eventually, back near 30. As we go into Wednesday, another nice day. Maybe a notch or two cooler than what we saw today, but still near 60. 31 to start, 54 by noon, high temp is 60, westerly winds at about 10 to 20. So still a little bit breezy for us as we go into tomorrow afternoon. Clouds increase tomorrow night. We're going to stop 4 a.m. on Thursday. You can see a few showers popping up. So late tomorrow night into Thursday morning, we may get a few sprinkles, maybe a few random flurries. Not a big deal. Then this pushes right on by, and then Thursday afternoon looks pretty good as we go into lower 50s for highs. So a little bit cooler as we work into Thursday. Then we warm up again by the time we head into Friday. Here comes another front, but we're going to go into the 60s. Now, as this system works through, I think we'll get a few showers late Friday night, maybe a few snow showers as we go into Saturday morning, and then turning much colder by the time we head into Saturday afternoon. Super Bowl Sunday looking pretty good. Monday looks good. Tuesday looks good. You can see another big warm up, and then a next strong storm system rolls in on Wednesday. Showers, thunderstorms. So this is next Wednesday, and then we could get some snow on the backside. So it does start to pick back up again as we head into next week, but most of this week, not too bad. 60 tomorrow. A few sprinkles tomorrow night. 52 on Thursday. 64 on Friday. Showers late. A few snow showers early on Saturday. Saturday kind of cold, but Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, looks pretty good. We're not going to have to worry about any local traveling if you're heading in around and about for the Super Bowl Sunday parties.
Maybe you'll be heading about on a roundabout.
You could. There's a ton of them around
All
here.
kinds of options.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up in sports, Pitt State baseball hits the field for the final day of the UCO First Pitch Classic. And a pair of Lamar High School football standouts signed to play at Missouri Southern. Jacob Leonard has that and more after the break.
The Missouri Southern Lions finish up their first home series of the season today against Winona State. On Monday, the Lions took the first two games of the series, winning Game 1 13-1 and Game 2 15-9. The two teams back on the field today for the finale. Southern trying for the three-game sweep. The Warriors get on the board first. Derek Baumgartner yanks it down the line in left, brings a run home. Winona State gets two in the first, but big response for Southern in the bottom half. 2 on for Tommy Stevenson. It's up in the air forever, man. 3-run jack for Stevenson, his 4th home run of the series. Lions have their first lead. Same inning. Matt Miller goes the opposite way. Burns him out there and left. That scores Clay Milas and Tragan Parker. It's 6-2 Southern after 1. Then in the third, Parker, the freshman and Webb City product, lifts this one up and out to right. It's his first career homer for the Lions. He had a monster day. 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs for Tragan Parker. Southern wins a high-scoring game 20-12. Well, Pitt State also in action today, facing Northern State in their final game of the UCO First Pitch Classic. That one is final. Gorillas win at 12-7. Garrett McGowan goes 3 for 4 on the day with 5 RBIs. Well, today's a big day for four high school student athletes at Lamar. They're all signing this afternoon to continue their careers at the college level. Haley Sheet is crossing the state line to Kansas to cheer at Fort Scott Community College. Kylie Talbot headed to Cotty College to continue her volleyball career. And on the football field, Trace Wilhite and Mason Gastel, they're going to stay teammates. Both guys are headed to Joplin to play for the Missouri Southern Lions.
Well, it's close to home, you know, and then they have a great facility, great end zone facility, and the campus is real nice. The dorms are nice, coaching staff, it seems great up there. Just a whole lot of energy that I like.
I chose it because the atmosphere is more like a home to me, so it just feels like a family already.
The coaching, probably. She was from Lamar, so it was it was easy to connect.
I don't want to go too far away from home, and Coach Bradley, he just seems like an amazing coach, and first time I talked to him, I just knew I had to go there.
Moving on to Carthage now, 2 more local football players signing to play at the next level in Gavin Van Gilder and Garrett Lillenkamp. Both of these guys will play on the offensive line in college. Van Gilder signs to join the football program at Mid-American Nazarene. Lillenkamp is going Division II, signing today to play at Harding University in Arkansas.
Harding's just special, it's like here, this is a special school, we feel like a family here. Harding makes me feel that way. They've been on me for about a year. When I went there, it just felt different than all the other schools. It felt like all the other schools felt like a team, but Harding feels like a family to me.
It means a lot. Just football has been a really big part of my life, my whole life. So just having that for another 4 years, having something to lean on and spend my time on, and just getting better at bettering myself is just nice to know that it's not gone yet.
And that's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Corporal Wesley Hull served in the U.S. Army. He's from Sedan, Kansas, and we are proud to salute Corporal Wesley Hull, tonight's four-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A bipartisan congressional commission is recommending a new approach to reduce drug overdose deaths. Also, the Air Force is paying up after not flagging a conviction that may have prevented a mass shooter from accessing guns. And an update on the Freedom Convoy in Canada. That and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. So if Valentine's Day doesn't make you feel all warm and fuzzy, well, a Texas zoo has an option you might kind of like. The San Antonio Zoo is allowing people to name cockroaches after ex-lovers, and they'll watch them get fed to animals for Valentine's Day. While the concept isn't totally new, other places do this. The San Antonio Zoo is getting in on the action now for the first time this year. Website visitors can spend $5 to name a roach or $25 for a rat, then watch it get devoured. The zoo promises the named animals are sourced humanely. They are sourced humanely, and then they will be outsourced, I guess you could say. People are paying for that.
I guess so.
It's popular. A lot of zoos around the country are doing the same thing. It's a big money maker.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. All right, the weather.
Looks pretty good for us. We're going to drop back near 30 tonight. Still 60 tomorrow, 52 on Thursday. Watching the system late Friday into Saturday, but the next few days pretty calm.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.